Ha! Ei, der Daus.
Hallo.
Test, Test, Test. So. Jetzt gerade mal gucken. So. Dann begrüße ich mal in die Runde, wenn man uns denn gut hören kann. Ja, wir sind definitiv live. Ich teste, ob man uns auch gut hören kann. In die Runde, wenn man uns denn gut hören kann. Sag mal was.
Test, Test.
Ja, wunderbar. Definitiv live.
Okay, sehr schön.
Ich teste, ob man uns auch gut hören kann. In die Runde, wenn man uns denn gut hören kann. Sag mal was.
Test, Test.
Ja, alles super. Ich bin begeistert. So, dann, ja, würde ich sagen, ein fröhliches Hallo in die Runde. Willkommen zum zweiten Teil des Sonntag-Streams hier auf DoKomi TV. Haben eben ein bisschen Nier gezockt und uns quasi durch Maschinenhorden geschlachtet, geschlechtert, wie auch immer, mit zwei niedlichen Androiden, ja, namens Tobi und Dein S. Und jetzt sind wir hier im Talk zusammen mit PixelCosplay. Hallo. Der schon quasi hier in Deutschland ein bisschen was an ja, Bekanntheit aufgebaut hat in den letzten Jahren. Und ich sage, es gibt ja auch nicht so mega viele männliche Cosplayer, daher freue ich mich quasi, einen lieben Kollegen jetzt auch nochmal hier im Talk zu haben. Weil ich glaube, Mädels haben wir noch häufig genug mit drin. Und nicht ganz zu vergessen, wir haben auch noch Katzenbesuch hier vor Ort im Stream. Die gehören mit dazu und geht auch schon auf meine Tastatur drauf. Mein Gott, das fängt das schon gut an hier. So, wunderbar. Ja, ich würde vorschlagen, du kannst ja mal ein bisschen dich vorstellen, erzählen, ja, wer du bist, was du machst und ja, was du so erlebt hast.
Genau, also mein Name ist Louis, also Pixel Cosplay als Künstlername und cosplaye seit 2014 erst aktiv,
Mhm.
was ich jetzt eigentlich noch gar nicht mal als so langjährig ansehe, weil es gibt ja wirklich schon extrem viele Leute in der Community, die 10 Jahre auf dem Buckel haben, etc.
2004. Ja.
Nee, also und von
Hallo
daher,
Sabrina.
ich habe so, ich weiß nicht, ich würde so sagen, um die 40 Cosplays gemacht und
40, krass, das ist viel. Vor allem für
ja, also
4 Jahre, das ist verdammt viel. So
ja,
5 Jahre sind es eher, ne?
es
Okay.
kommt ja viel mit Kaufen oder Commissions und Selbstmachen zusammen,
Mhm.
weil so Nebenjob ist immer so Selbstmachen, so eine Sache, wo man wirklich sagt, priorisiere ich das oder vielleicht mehr Familie oder mehr Freunde und dann, wie gesagt, ich bin da eh so ein Mensch, jeder kann cosplayen, wie er will. Also von Kaufen bis zu Selbstmachen, das ist eigentlich, sollte in der heutigen Zeit kein Diskussionsgrund mehr sein.
Ja, das finde ich auch, also stimme ich voll und ganz zu. Und das heißt, du machst auch quasi einen Mix aus beiden, manches
Ja,
machst du selber, manches kaufst du auch einfach. Und ja, ich meine, im Endeffekt freut man sich ja doch am meisten drüber, wenn man einen Charakter, den man einfach wirklich gerne mag, in Szene setzen kann und wie das dann sich zusammenstellt, ist mittlerweile zum Glück, zumindest bei den meisten Fällen, relativ schnuppe. Ja, Hauptsache der
ja.
Spaß am Cosplay ist da mit dabei. Cool. Was war so die erste Con, auf die du gegangen bist?
Oh, das ist schon lange her. Also ich bin nicht als Cosplayer auf eine Con, sondern so
Mhm.
als, ich hatte dann so ein paar Leute in Frankfurt kennengelernt und dann hat man halt so sich auf Cons immer getroffen. Das war, glaube ich, Cosday 2012. 12
Mhm.
müsste es gewesen sein, ja.
2012,
Oder
das heißt,
vielleicht
bis,
sogar nur,
ja,
ja,
auch
ja,
schon seit 2012, das heißt auch jetzt ungefähr seit 6 Jahren,
ja,
etwas länger, in der Cosplay-Szene, oder nein, erstmal in der Otaku-Szene aktiv. Ist ja auch
ja.
schön. Ich meine, das heißt, wann hat es bei dir mit Anime und Manga angefangen, mit dem ganzen Thema?
Oh, das ist so, ich glaube so, ich habe so typisch angefangen so mit, keine Ahnung, 9, 10, dieses Dragon Ball dann zu
Ah.
gucken und Naruto und also bei mir ist das so diesen normalen Weg gegangen.
Mhm.
Und irgendwann hat man dann angefangen, ich glaube über Naruto dann halt auch so, ja, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Und so. Und ich glaube, ich habe dann erst wirklich so mit den Conventions angefangen, auch mich da noch ein bisschen mehr im Internet in andere Sachen reinzulesen.
Mhm. Also quasi auch dann Freunde übers Netz kennengelernt, dich sozialisiert in der Szene, in unserer Community und
Genau.
wie die meisten ja auch eigentlich reingekommen sind. Ich meine, man hat ja irgendwann mal angefangen, was zu gucken und dann fand man das toll, wollte sich irgendwie so austauschen, ging in Foren rein oder Social Media und hat sich dann irgendwie da ist man einfach kleben geblieben.
Genau. So in
Und
etwa. Und jetzt
ja.
geht man immer noch drin.
Das heißt, was waren so deine Lieblingsanime bisher?
Also jetzt oder früher?
Beides. Einmal was war früher und was ist jetzt so?
Also so früher, so wie ich angefangen habe, war halt so Naruto noch ganz cool, so mit den, also wo es noch nicht Shippuden gab, also so das ganz
Ganz
nur,
oldschool. Oder nicht
ganz
Boruto.
oldschool. Ja, genau. Und das,
Ah,
Also da gab es dann wirklich sehr, wie soll ich sagen, halt wirklich so, da gab es ja nicht so viel Auswahl, dann würde ich so sagen, Naruto, vielleicht One Piece, eigentlich so das hauptsächlich. Jetzt so nach der Zeit ist es dann gekommen, ich bin so jemand, ich mag sehr, ja, nicht unbedingt alte Sachen, aber zum Beispiel, ich liebe Code Geass, ich liebe Air Gear und das ist ja, Air Gear ist
Airgear.
2006 und der
Oh,
Anime ist halt
ja.
auch richtig, richtig crappy von der Animation, aber es ist halt unglaublich, der Manga ist unglaublich schön gezeichnet.
Ja,
Also
ja.
das ist so mein Lieblingsmanga. Code Geass so storytechnisch, der Anime war mega gut umgesetzt,
Mhm.
sogar in Deutsch, also
Ja,
mit deutschen Dubs und deutsche Dubs sind ja nie so, also oft nicht so qualitativ
ja, ja. Die
und das auf jeden Fall auch noch.
Airgear
Ja.
finde ich total super, weil es halt auch so einer. Da finde ich schade, dass der Anime nie fortgesetzt wurde. Der Manga wird ja noch richtig. Der war richtig abstrus und irgendwie lustig. Also, ich weiß noch, wie. Da
Der wird
kam
sehr gut.
Obama auf einmal drin vor und war aber
Ja,
eigentlich eine Frau und eigentlich ist irgendwie. Und es wurde ja richtig, richtig weird, aber lustig weird und irgendwie auch
es war sehr
cool.
gut,
Ne?
ja.
Also, ja, ich habe irgendwann habe ich es nicht weiterverfolgt. Wurde der eigentlich abgesetzt oder wurde der noch. Habe ich es einfach aus
Er
den
wird
Augen
fertig,
verloren?
also er wird fertig gemacht nach, ich glaube, 358 Chaptern. Und er war aber halt auch wirklich gut. Also es war halt so nicht so typisch wie jetzt in Naruto. Du hast so irgendwie 30.000 Villains und dann
Mhm.
geht es ewig so weiter und
Das ist
irgendwann im
super Hit.
900. Chapter hast du den Super-Villain, der alles von Anfang an geplant hat,
Mhm.
sondern es gibt halt wirklich nur einen Villain in ERG und der ist halt auch richtig gut gemacht mit richtig viel Charaktertiefe und du hast halt nicht dieses jetzt so Dragon Ball ist halt so ein gutes Beispiel. So vor einmal gibt es da doch noch irgendwo ein Universum, wo noch irgendjemand stärker ist, sondern du
Mhm.
hast halt wirklich es gut aufgesetzt, wirklich mit sehr viel Charaktertiefe, wirklich einen großen Feind und das ist, finde ich, halt eigentlich ganz cool. Das
Mhm.
mochte ich sehr an dem Anime. Nicht dieses immer weiter, immer höher,
Ja,
sondern
ja,
wirklich einen
Dragon
schönen
Ball
Abschluss.
mäßig immer noch eine
Ja,
Schippe
also,
drauf und
ja.
keine Sorge, lieber Chat. Ähm, wir werden nicht großartig spoilern. Und to the English or English speaking viewers, if you have any questions that
Ja.
we can also, of course, answer in English, just post them in the chat. Normally we do the streams or the talks in German. If we notice that somehow suddenly everyone's coming to be English speaking, we can of course change, but normally we have it mostly in German. But yeah, if you have any questions to Pixel Cosplay, to DoKomi TV, uh, please feel free to ask them anytime in the chat. Ja. Nee, aber Ergier. Und bester Charakter in Ergier?
Ich liebe jeden in RG. Also ich habe Ikki
Hm?
gecosplayt. Ich
Ah,
finde
okay.
Katze total cool.
Mhm.
Weil es passt mir wahrscheinlich auch besser, weil ich bin eher so der
Ja.
Blondhair-Charakter.
Krass, habe ich sogar
Ähm,
mal früher gecosplayt, aber ganz lang her und zwar nicht gut. Hm?
deswegen, ich möchte so gut wie jeden, weil ich finde Spitfire, ich finde mega viele aus dem Anime einfach nur mega cool. Und ja, ich will auch nächstes Jahr definitiv nochmal aus cosplayen.
Akito Agito. Für mich bester Charakter in der Serie. Einfach allein schon die Kursszene in Folge 10 oder sowas, glaube ich.
Ja,
Ist kein großer Spoiler, das ist einfach nur quasi ein kurzer What the fuck-Moment. Aber
ja,
halt super lustig vom Charakterbuilding her und cooler Gegensatz, cooles Charakterdesign. Hat mir super viel Spaß gemacht.
war auf jeden Fall sehr, sehr lustig dabei.
Ja, was habe ich eigentlich den auf Deutsch auf Englisch gestellt? Ne, wir müssen auf Deutsch gestellt sein, okay. Gut. Nee, das heißt, du bist quasi in die Cosplay hineingekommen oder in die Anime-Manga-Szene, hast ein paar Jahre später mit Cosplay angefangen. Gab es da für dich so ein Schlüsselerlebnis, wo du gesagt hast, so, okay, ey, den Charakter will ich jetzt cosplayen oder scheiße, das sieht cool aus, ich will auch oder wie kam das so bei
Also,
dir?
es gibt so zwei Schlüsselelemente. Einmal gab es so eine Person, die mich da sehr reingepusht hat.
Mhm.
Und dann gab es noch eine zweite Person, die war so, wir hatten mal irgendwann so gesagt, so, weil ich fand unglaublich cool, wie er seine Haare gestylt hat, etc. Und dann habe ich gesagt, okay, du musst mir das mal zeigen, du musst mir das irgendwie beibringen. Das war 2013 oder so.
War das
Und er war
Gabi?
dann so, nein, nein,
Okay, achso,
Justin.
okay.
Und dann war er so, ja, okay, mache ich, aber dafür musst du eine Sache mit mir cosplayen. Dann war ich so, okay. Und dann war das Nagisa aus Free.
Hm.
Und das so
Stimmt,
mit,
ihr hattet ja noch eine Cosplay-Gruppe. Ich erinnere mich.
ja, und so hat das dann irgendwie alles angefangen. Also das war nicht mein erster Charakter Nagisa, sondern Roxas aus Kingdom Hearts 2, weil
Mhm.
ich Kingdom Hearts ist so mein Lieblingsspiel und deswegen habe ich dann damals angefangen mit ihm zu cosplayen.
Yeah. We already have a question from the chat, which I would like to forward. And Sakura Bloom asked, "What's your biggest cosplay plan, or biggest cos plan for 2019 or 2018, if you still anything planned for the rest of the year?"
I'm thinking about doing a gender bent version of Jan from Fate in her dark version. I don't know. I think in her. I don't know if it's the rider version. It's with a lot of armor and or Gilgamesh from Fate. I think a Fate cosplay, because the Fate universe is so big and the character design is very cool.
So
Yeah.
very like difficult and elaborate cosplay with lots
Yeah.
of props involved and armor involved as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Nice, nice. Um, I hope it's okay if I switch back to German now. um, we always switch back to English when those when those questions are being asked. And I've also got my little list over here, and try to see how this works. Does it work? I'm not sure. Can't see the chat anymore. Dear. So, wir haben jetzt quasi über deine ersten Cons ein bisschen geredet, wie du reingekommen bist. Es gab also auch ein paar Key-Personen, über die du in die Szene reingekommen bist, weshalb du geblieben bist. Was sind so die Lieblingscharaktere, die du gerne cosplayst? Gibt es so einen Archetyp, wo du sagst, hey, also oftmals werden es dann diese Charaktere aus dem Anime eher die coolen, die cuten oder die einen bestimmten Charakterzug haben. Gibt es da so Vorlieben in Bezug auf Designs?
Also wie gesagt, ich mache schon eher so meistens mehr blonde oder weißhaarige Charakter, irgendwas in eine recht helle Richtung, weil steht mir meistens mehr.
Mhm.
Es ist halt so bei Cosplay-Plänen, mit einer Gruppe richte ich mich relativ frei, was wirklich zu jedem am besten optisch passt. Da bin ich dann nicht so, dass ich sage, ich muss diesen Charakter unbedingt machen, weil da ist mir das Gruppengefühl oft wichtiger.
Mhm.
Und meistens mache ich eher mehr so, also in den Gruppen werde ich meistens mehr so als Derp-Person oder sowas wie Prompter aus Final Fantasy 15 in so diesen Sunnyshine-Boy reingezwängt.
Mhm. Oder das passt doch zu dir. Also fairerweise, das passt halt zu dir.
Oft ja.
Mhm. Ja, also gerade Prompto Sunnyboy-mäßig, so dieses, also eher so ein verspielter Charakter, aber halt auch, also passt halt. Also muss ich zugeben, I can see where it comes from. Und was ist deine grundsätzliche Motivation hinterm Cosplay? Also, ja, erzähl mal dazu so ein bisschen was.
Ich muss sagen, es ist so ein bisschen kompliziert. Also, ich finde es unglaublich schön. Also, ich muss sagen, so, deswegen würde ich Cat Noir unglaublich gerne nochmal cosplayen.
Mhm.
Weil das ist halt wirklich schön. So, ich denke, mit der schönste Moment auch auf einer Con war, wo mal so ein kleines Kind mich als Roxas erkannt hat und dann auf mich zukommt und dann halt so glitzernde Augen hat. Das ist wirklich so, das ist so eine Basic-Antwort, aber einmal das. Und ich denke halt auch viel, weil wirklich gute Freunde von mir in der Convention-Szene sind und man trifft sich auf Cons, man verbringt sehr viel Zeit miteinander. Und für mich ist es auch noch so, ich mag unglaublich gerne solche Artworks zu erschaffen, also wirklich dann mit Charakteren, wirklich schöne Fotos, wo man wirklich sagen kann, das ist sowas, was man sich wirklich gerne an die Wand pennen würde oder sowas.
Mhm.
Ja.
Wir kriegen quasi die Empfehlung, ob wir vielleicht generell auf Englisch switchen sollten. Ähm, ja, der kleine Louis, wer hostet denn da unten? Ich weiß nicht, wer gerade hinter DoKomi TV steckt, aber ich bin's
Wahrscheinlich
nicht.
Philipp.
Wahrscheinlich, ja, wahrscheinlich Philipp.
Es kann wahrscheinlich Philipp sein.
Okay, maybe you can just transfer into English so everyone can understand. Maybe that's easier and a bit nicer.
I think it can be a bit problematic because my English is not the best, but we can try.
Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
we'll try, do our best.
We'll try.
And, yeah, because we got a few more questions. By the way, Pixel Cosplay also used to be in our host club, so and the boss of our host club used to be Phil, who was doing many of our Twitch streams. So this kind of nice
Yeah.
to see them interact this way. Yes, it kind of Dokomi is just a family and all stays a family. So it's once you step into it, then yeah, you just keep on sticking. Okay, before I forget any questions, because chat is getting more active now. Um, when did you make your first cosplay? I think you said in 2012, right? No, wait,
2014.
2014.
Roxas from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Roxas from Kingdom Hearts. Um, and in all the cosplay you've done so far, that's also a question from Diablo
Yeah,
FDB. What's the one you're the proudest of?
that's a complicated question. One cosplay I'm really proud of is Ventus from Kingdom Hearts because I finished the cosplay in 1 week before the convention because a good friend of mine was cosplaying Aqua at the convention and I was like, okay, I can try to finish Ventus and I was doing the whole stuff until 6 a.m. in the morning and my flight was 8 a.m. and
Mhm.
I did get nearly no sleep. So I'm really proud of this project because the whole armor was by myself, the shoes and everything. But yeah, but I think Prompto as well because there's a lot of effort in this cosplay and I made it with my Final Fantasy group, like crafting on the ground 1 day before the shooting, and it was a really sweet memory.
Mhm. Amazing, amazing. I love to hear that. Um, and what is your next con in 2019? Although I think there's still one up in 2018, right?
Yeah, the one in 2018 is Vienna Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and my next con will in 2019. I think it will be EpicCon
Mm-hmm.
in February in Münster in Germany. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. How many conventions per year do you usually visit?
I think I did like 20 this year.
20, okay.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah, like
lot.
this year was really exhausting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we also
but
get
I
the.
think maybe next year little bit less and
Mhm.
maybe more international cons like Japan Expo, MCM London or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, cool. And another question also by GPG Karunagita. Um, do you cosplay male or also female characters?
I never cosplayed a female character, but there's some of my good friends who are like, "Yeah, you need to do this because I'm thinking can look very androgyn, and so I could cosplay female character, but it's not my main stuff. Like I would do it for fun for one time, but yeah,
You did a gender band cosplay, do right? If I remember correctly, one of the
what?
A gender band cosplay, like from uh,
Yeah,
a female character portrayed
yeah,
as male. Um,
yeah. Like this was Sydney or Cindy. Like there's wait me. Sydney or yeah, Sydney from Final Fantasy 15. I did a gender band of her because I liked her design, and yeah,
yeah, so at least that no
yeah,
directly female characters, but originally female characters as gender band version
gender
at
band, yeah.
least. um, all right. Since when is Azu being called Azu again? Well, he's just Phil. Ah. um, which new display is planned? Is display now a word for
Cosplay.
Disney cosplay?
I don't know. I think
Display?
I
Or
think
is
it
it?
should be cosplay.
Oh, maybe it's autocorrect for cosplay. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So the next plan is the Fate one, or
No, I think like I planned this for DoKomi, but I'm not sure. Like I have a lot of new plans, like every cosplayer, and I don't know which one I can do in 2019. I think Deku from Boku no Hero in the hero suit version, because I
uh,
only did the PE uniform.
mm,
Um, Kami-sama from I can spell the name right. Um, the whole name from the anime. I think that the anime name is Kami-sama, and I don't remember his name right now. Um, some Fate cosplays like Gilgamesh or Saber in Gender Band.
another genuine one. Okay.
To think about it, I think so many things. Like I could check on my PC, but there's so many things. Like I want to cosplay Tokyo Ghoul, some versions of Kaneki because I can do a lot of cool pictures with editing, with this cosplay.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, we will see. Like much more cosplays are planned, but yeah.
So
I think
if you could,
Ergi as well.
yeah, Ärger fan. That's really,
Yeah,
for me it's a nice one because it's like very nostalgic and I mean
yeah,
there's lots of
yeah.
new stuff always coming on, but yeah, you also kind of get extra happy if it's like it's a fandom
When
where you
somebody,
kind of grew up with.
yeah,
Kami-sama Hajime Mashita Taimor, Tomoe, is it? Is that the
yeah,
name of the?
Tomoe, yeah,
Ah,
Tomoe.
okay.
I forgot his name. Yes.
Cool. I have to check into that because I don't know it yet. Is it new? Is it from this season or?
No, it's not new. I think it's from 2011 or 12. It's
Mhm. This is considered
about
old by now.
yes,
2011 is not for me. It's not old. It's like it's just yesterday. No, but it's
yesterday.
7 years ago. Gosh, I feel old. um, and how would you like a cosplay fan or colleague to really thank you? Like, would you like a gift or just some form of communication or of the thanks? I think this is at an event, for example, if you meet them.
I always feel uncomfortable when somebody bring me a gift at a convention or something like a drawing or something is completely akin. I'm so happy if somebody draws me or writing me a letter with some cute words, but
Mhm.
I don't like if somebody like small gifts are okay, like a charm or something like that, like which not cost that money. But I don't know how to feel when somebody buy me a gift that's really expensive. So yeah, like I like when people come to me at conventions and talk to me and say, "Hey, I like this on your cosplay," or many people came this year to me and say, "You're my motivation for
Aw.
doing sports and etc." And that's the best gift for me when somebody say I motivate them to cosplay or sports, something like that.
Right, it's also something I would like to talk about. So you also posted about the exercises you did. Got really fit into cosplay. I mean, you saw it like your Bakugo cosplay, for example. You were very fit. Did lots of exercise and diet, I guess. um,
Yes,
it's first of all, congratulations, worked out very well. And how important for you is the sports connection to cosplay by now? Because I think it's to get
I
that far.
started. I think I started sports because of my Nagisa cosplay back then. I started like really light exercises like push-ups and dips and all of this stuff like bodyweight exercises. And
Hmm.
I think the first year who I really evolved in sports it was 2018, like this year, because I really hit the gym 5 times a week,
5 times a
etc.
week. Wow. Mhm.
Even more, but yeah, like literally every day, because I really wanted to change something because I'm a person when I do a thing, I do it not halfway.
Yeah, you do it properly.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it like I want results. I don't want to eat a lot of junk and doing sports and then have no results or very little results. I hate this stuff because I'm like very strict when it comes to achieving something. Yeah.
So, what was the diet like? Did you count calories or anything like that?
I I cut a lot of calories. I cut like I think I eat like the last now this week is my last week of my diet,
Hmm.
and then I start to bulk a bit and focus more on techniques like breakdancing or something like that. I cut my calories down from like I think my maintenance calories are 2,300 because I'm not very active because I have I'm a programmer at my work,
Hmm.
but I cut down to 1,100 or something like that, like the half of it.
Hmm. Yeah, I think uh, getting fit for cosplay is actually a very nice motivation because,
Yeah,
I mean, most of cosplayers are nerds. We are usually
yeah,
nerds at some point and not too tightly connected to the fitness community or whatever.
yeah,
But actually, this is cosplay is a very nice excuse to get healthy and to
yeah,
stay healthy as well,
yeah.
which I really appreciate because it brings people who might yeah mostly focus on
Couch potatoes.
yeah on games or whatever. On consumption, on being productive for their own body, which is amazing, great. And if it
Yeah,
I mean, it's difficult, of course. I still struggle a lot with it, to be honest.
Mm.
But if you can bring out results, and you did, definitely, that's amazing. It's also
Yeah.
big motivation for others, which is really awesome. You got also, I think, one or two few questions. Um, uh, which kind of device do you like most when you do sports, or like if you, for example, if you go to the gym, I guess, which kind of uh, exercises do you like most?
I think I like core exercises most because you have like when you do core exercises and training on the bar or something like that, you nearly need every part of your body to do the exercise correctly. Like when you're doing I don't know, this exercise have not a name, but how do I say this? Like you need to activate every part of your body when you do specific core exercises, but when it comes to machine exercises, I like the bench press
Hmm.
because I don't know, I can feel my muscles better than with dumbbells or something like that.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, I mean, it's the best feeling ever when you get results and actually see a difference. For example, I started doing a lot of sports when I before I left to Costa Rica, and
Yeah.
when I was there, I was like eating a lot of trash, and it was like, oh god, when I come back, I will be have gained weight properly, and I must look for horrible. But actually, because I worked like every single day and
Yeah.
traveled a lot in that time, I actually lost weight and was really really happy about it. Like,
That's
okay,
so
I
good.
lost 2 kilograms. I feel better. I look better. Oh my god, this is amazing. I want to keep it at
That's good.
that. Yeah, so can absolutely relate to that. And do you also cosplay from further video games or only Final Fantasy?
Um, yeah, I cosplay a lot of characters from Kingdom Hearts, and I cosplayed 9S from Near, like a lot of Square Enix characters. I cosplayed Star Guardian Ezreal from League of Legends.
Hmm. Ah, I also saw that. Yeah.
Uh, I cosplayed this. This was not my first cosplay. It was just I wanted to land a cosplay. This was Yasuo from League of Legends, but it was in 2013.
Hmm.
Like it was not a cosplay for me because it was just the armor and the stuff learned from a friend, and even without a wig. And yeah, like everybody starts small.
Yeah.
I don't know why the cam is focusing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's all right. And yeah, we also got with Satisfied Peer, we got another 9S cosplayer as well.
oh,
Um,
that's great.
as I'm playing Nier Automata right now, also on
Yeah,
stream, I wanna cosplay 9S too and do it while streaming. I hopefully I will just order the cosplay. I hope it will come in time when I'm still playing it. But
yeah,
yeah, I already love the character to death because he's really adorable from the
he's so
not
cute.
only design but also from his personality.
Yeah, he's really great. I think it's a great idea to stream and cosplay. I'm planning to do some streams for Kingdom Hearts 3 and my Sora cosplay.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, if you want to, you can also post your stream channel later in the chat if you want to.
Yeah, yeah,
So
sure.
if some people, some of the folks wanna watch him play and cosplay,
Mhm.
feel free to join him. Um, yeah, I will use the iFold, the blindfold, but hopefully it's one of those you can see through. I mean, otherwise you can't even navigate on the convention. So, I guess I guess playing with wig and blindfold might be a bit
Very
annoying,
complicated.
but it should work out. I mean, blindfold, wig, and cats, of course. So, yeah, I might die more often then, but then
Can be
again, I'm
complicated.
already dying a lot. Oh god, had like the most embarrassing death today, but let's not talk about that. um, so you've also been to a few international cons by now, even as a cosplay guest at some point. Um, can you tell us a bit about your experience with international conventions? Which did you visit so far outside of Germany?
Outside of Germany, it was Pixelmania as a like it's not really a convention. It's more like a photo event.
Hmm.
MondoCon in Hungary. Vienna Comic Con in Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
Need to think. Anime Con in Netherlands.
Ah, in Den Haag, yeah.
Um, think. I think that's one. Like I have some more in the next year, but about one I can talk not right now. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I think this was the most like all inside European.
Mm-hmm. Which one was your favorite so far from the international ones?
I think I like Vienna Comic Con and MondoCon because like this year I'm a guest at Vienna Comic Con. Last year I was a normal visitor, and MondoCon I was a guest this year, and I really liked MondoCon so far
Mm-hmm.
because MondoCon is 4 times a year,
Mm-hmm.
and I was there at the summer edition, and it has a great summer festival feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really a great convention.
Cool. I've also met the organizers behind it once, but
Yeah,
was some time ago already. I still want to go there once, so maybe uh, next year I will try to take the chance.
yeah,
Yeah.
would be great.
Was the Hungarian otaku and cosplay community different to the one you know here in Germany?
I think there in Hungary some people can't speak English probably.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I heard, they do a lot of stuff. I was judging the competition, and they do a lot of stuff with hot glue. It's so amazing because they doing like big things with hot glue, and we have so much other materials for that, like Worbla or foam, and they do so many things with hot glue. But like the personality, I think they're a cool convention, like the community here in Germany. I think they're not so different. I think they can get along very well.
Hmm. Amazing. That's really cool. And is there like a convention or country you really want to go to? Like where you
I
have
would
done?
love I would love visiting the US
Mm-hmm.
because like there's some big conventions like KatsuCon or DragonCon, and there's so many things I heard about these conventions, and I really want to go there.
Yeah, I personally can only recommend heavily Anime Expo, which is I've been there twice now, and I love the team behind it. I love the atmosphere at the convention
Yeah,
absolutely a lot, and it's huge, but still has like a very family-like feeling. Even it's if it's like 10 times the size of DoKomi or whatever. It's very relaxed because like yeah, California, LA style.
yeah,
so, so the vibes are just very chill over there, and just very just the it's intense from the size and what they have to can offer like amazing show acts. Like they get more artists from Japan there than like all German conventions combined for one weekend.
right.
Um, but and an awesome booth as well. But still like have this amazing feeling over there, and you can easily get to know people there. Like I met Phil, for example, at Anime
Ah,
Expo, and
that's great.
so it's, can really recommend it. I've not been to many other or any other US conventions so far, but there's so many and so many good ones. Yeah, it's a lot of to experience if you can get into the country. That is, that is
Like
something. I mean, it's
I really
not
hope
too
so.
much of a problem for Germans, but yeah,
For other
you hear
people.
a lot of stuff there. Mm? Oh, and short shout out to Sakura Bloom. And you don't ask too many questions.
Yeah.
Any and all questions are more than welcome here. So please don't be shy. um, but do you feel awkward in a negative way if a fan tries to talk to you in German?
Like somebody outside of Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
No, why? Because like my English is not so good either. So like, and I try to speak with people like in English, so it's completely okay for me. It's not a problem.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, whenever you try out a language which is not like your main language, then it's always appreciated by the folks who
Yeah.
receive it. And even if it's not perfect, or even if you make mistakes, that's no problem usually at all. Yeah. Ah, so next con will be Vienna Comic Con. Will you be at DoKomi this year as well?
Yes, I was at DoKomi last year as well.
Yeah. And will
Like
you
every
come
year.
again next year?
Yes, yes, for sure.
I'm happy to
I,
hear that. Yeah. I mean, you also do have some plans for the cosplay community next year, but I'm not allowed to announce it yet. But within the next weeks, we will be able to announce it, and I'm very looking forward to that.
I hope. I I'm excited about that.
Can you give us a little behind-the-scenes sneak peek, like what it is like to be an international cosplay guest at other conventions? Because I think many also German cosplayers now strive to go into that direction to be invited somehow. Um, and what is it like for you? I mean, of course, it's first a big honor when you get to see another country, but
Yeah.
there's a lot more behind it, I guess.
Like it's a really big honor to get invited to a convention for me because like there's so many talent people out there, and when a convention say, "Hey, we want you at our convention," and it's like really big honor for me. But there's also you need to think about a lot of different stuff. I have a regular job outside from cosplay,
Yeah,
and so when you like there's a con in Mexico and ask you, "Hey, can you come here?" There's you need to take decisions because when you like from Germany to Mexico, it's like I think 16 hours of flight. So you need to take vacations for that on my regular job. Like from Thursday to Tuesday, I need to take vacations, and that's 4 days of vacation. So you need to think about because so many people are like, "Oh, it's so great to get invited to a convention." Yeah, it's great, and you can visit the country, and but you work at this convention. You
yeah,
have like things to do. You need to judge the contest. Like in MonoCon, MonoCon was one of my best conventions this year, but I need to judge the contest, I think like 4 to 6 hours a day. And then I only had like 3 hours left for the guests on my panel, and you're exhausted. And maybe you had no lunch or something like that, but you want to take time to like saw prints and talk to the people
yeah,
who want to meet you. So you really work. And when you work like 8 or 9 hours a day and you need to take vacations from your regular job,
yeah.
it's like you need to, I ask conventions for a fee. Like, I think I'm not getting this high because I'm not this well known, but I think you should get paid for working and maybe taking vacation from your regular job, and you could spend these vacations like on chilling home playing some games, but you work on these days. So
Yeah.
like there's not always a positive side because like so I canceled one um I canceled the convention because of that, because like I had to take vacation so much, but I couldn't get any money from that. So you need to make decisions.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's easier for students or something like that, but when you can skip your university or something like this. But for people who works, it's always difficult.
That's also something I find very interesting to hear from your side because it's also something I see a lot. People get like excited to be like invited for the first 1 or 2 times or 3 times or whatever.
Mm.
But if you've been to many conventions at some point, it does get kind of exhausting, especially the traveling part. I mean, I love flying,
Yes.
but if you like go like 16 hours a year back and forth for 5 days, that's not vacation at all. Like
Yeah.
you don't get rest, and if you have to work like next day again or 2 days after and are jet lagged as hell, um, this is kind of draining. And some people just try to do it like to take every opportunity and reach out to conventions, which personally many conventions don't actually like. Usually, you don't invite yourself to a party. You get invited, so now what you have to do is to be good at cosplay and good at yeah marketing yourself, kind of, and get noticed. That way is a good way to get invited. Other than that, like cold calling is, um, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
um, and then again, you have to decide at what point is it a vacation and a cool trip and an awesome experience for you, and at one point or at which point is it actually exhausting or work at some part. Because even if you don't get paid, it yeah can actually be it can be an awesome experience, but it can also be quite a burden. So you
Yes.
have to really decide for every case as well. And like I said, you have a main job. So most of the international traveling cosplayers do have a main job as well, and do it like on the side. I know only like less than 10 at all that may or may not actually do it at a part-time or full-time position. And even if they do it full-time, it's always the question how long. That's
Yes.
Yeah, because again, if you like go to 30 or 40 conventions per year, like almost every other week, you have to travel like a 10 or 12 hour flight, depending on where you live and where you go. I mean, Europeans might have a bit of a more luxurious state in this regard because it's easy for us to travel to different countries quickly. But yeah, like it's not all gold that shines. So that's
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
makes sense to remember that. Sorry for my long talk.
No.
Mm. Um, and Myra's asking, do you have a stream in your planned in your next time, or when will you start streaming?
I like streaming and I want to stream more often, but like I have so many things in my life, like my work, my training and cosplay, and I really want to try start streaming,
Mm-hmm.
but I think my computer is not the best for playing video games on it, so I only can play PS4 games and stream them.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to try more often. Like I don't have fixed date for the next stream, but I will let people know on my Instagram or Twitter. But I will stream for Kingdom Hearts in February.
Kingdom Hearts
Or
3?
Kingdom Hearts 3, I will stream in cosplay for this game
Ah,
next year. That's a fixed plan.
I wanna see that. That's an amazing idea. I love it.
Thank you.
And Diablo of DB is asking, who is your favorite cosplayer?
I have a lot. I have some people I really admire. I think there's a person like Liwi, who was a guest in DoKomi for 2015 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who's like a really kind guy, and he's like one of my favorite cosplay because when I started cosplay, I see a lot of his cosplays on the internet. And there's Angie Knight, who's a female cosplayer from Hungary, because she got a good friend of mine, and she's like a really awesome person, and I think like an idol for me because of her behaviors and her skills in cosplay, but also of her personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Liu is very charismatic guy.
yeah,
Like and like when he came in 2015 and he captured so many hearts of the people that
yeah,
we actually got asked so many times, please can you bring him again? And he was like, oh, I really love Germany. They said, okay then, yeah, just let's do
yeah.
it again. Very nice. And I think we also met him many times, so this is pretty cool. So Angie Knight and Yui Aquino are your
Yeah.
favorite cosplayers, or among the favorite. There might be
Among
more.
like there's so many cool people like Gay from Spain and
Hmm.
every other, like they're all great people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Geichi was also at DoKomi. I think the
Yeah, last year,
last
this year. Oh wait,
last year,
no,
the
last year,
2017. Yeah,
last
yeah, yeah. I also get confused because next year is already like 2019, but we still have 2018.
year. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Difficult. Um, um, are you more an anime fan otaku or more a gamer, or did something change in this regard?
I was more a gamer back then, but now I need to say I'm more like sport, cosplay, and gamer. I think it splits up, and my focus in the last months was more on sports and cosplay, and a little bit on games. But now I'm trying to mix it more up that I can game a bit more and maybe cut down some gym. But yeah,
Mm. But and between gaming and watching anime or consuming manga, be like the
I
J area.
think I think then like 2 or 3 years ago it was more gaming. Now it's more anime and manga
Cool.
or watching Netflix or something like this.
Yeah, yeah. What are you watching right now?
I watched we binged on Sabrina, the new spin-off series from Riverdale, like the last 2 days and finished all 10 episodes of.
Oh my god, I'm
Yeah,
watching it right now, literally, and like not right now, but yeah, I'm also watching this one. It's really fun. I'm very
yeah, it's
surprised
really
how
good.
they uh actually made it to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm only sad that Salem didn't get his own voice like
Yeah,
in the teen series, like in the series back
that was a bit weird, and how different the arms are. But well, I don't want to spoil anything. But
then.
actually, also can really recommend this. It's if you wanna have some fun around Halloween, that's very nice series to watch. Um, about cosplay at DoKomi in general. What do you think want the cosplayers to see more at our event? What can we improve for the cosplay community?
I think Dokumi is already a good mix between the outside area, the Japanese garden, and the events inside. Because like I need to say, I'm more people who's outside the convention, who chills with his friends and maybe taking some photos. But on Dokumi, last year I like last year and this year I was more inside
Hmm.
and watched workshops from Viru as an example. Um, so I think it's already a good mix up because you have like a really good program for show acts and cosplay guests, but also a good location to take photos at the Japanese Gun. So I think there's not many things to improve. We already talked about one thing you may be planning for next year, so
Hmm.
I think this is a really good idea. But I think you will announce it some later.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think this is like I need to say, Dokumi has not so much space to like it already it like already has space to improve, but it's already really good. Like my favorite
Thank you.
convention in Germany.
Thank you.
Um, so I'm thinking about like the only sad thing is like because of the new rooms, like the new it's
Ah,
now
mhm.
the Japanese garden and the halls are more
Far separated. Yeah, yeah,
That,
yeah,
that's the only
yeah,
sad thing, but you needed to improve, like you needed more space.
yeah, yeah. We will
So
go
it's not.
back into the new Messe Düsseldorf, like the new south area in 2020. They are like where the construction site right now is.
Yeah,
They are building new halls and also a very
yeah,
new conference area, and we will use a mixture of trade fair halls and conference
that's a good
center.
idea.
But 2020 for next year we'll still have like the trade fair halls. But I'm also very happy with that because indeed we can now let in everyone who wants to join the event. That
Yeah,
wasn't possible like for 6 years or so.
yeah,
We
yeah.
always sold out.
That's
So
true.
this actually we prefer to be able to let everyone in who wants to come. Um, in general, um, what do you think has changed in the last years when it comes to the convention community?
I think like the quality of the whole community got a lot better with like some years ago there wasn't like many people who used form for armor. There was like this whole wobbler hype some years ago,
Yeah.
and now it's like so many people make armor completely out of form because like it's much cheaper and um, it's more flexible and everything. So I think the quality got so much better in Germany. Um, I think the community got a lot of male cosplayers in the last years. Like
Hmm.
when I think back, there wasn't that many cosplays or like yeah. So I think I think a lot of male cosplayers who are great crafters come to the community into the last years.
Yeah, this
I think
also
yeah,
something I
but
see
like
happening.
everything has good and negative effects. Like I don't know. I think it was like through the whole social media thing, there is a lot of jelliness in the cosplay community and like who got likes and everything. Like
Hmm. More
everything
competition,
has
so to
good
say. Hmm.
and have negative effects. Like it's great that we now have social media to share our cosplays more probably Instagram and everything, but there are also negative effects of that.
Yeah, yeah. think so as well, because I think a lot of stuff got more professional in many ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, when more professionalism comes into it, and at some point, sometimes even a bit of money, then yeah, things can get more competitive. But I hope it's still be able, or that we as a community can still keep
Yeah.
it at a level where it's alright and not like toxic or anything like that. Um, and also, I think there are two more questions coming in. Um, I remember you said in one of Sakura Bloom was asking this. I remember you said in one of your vlogs that you'll have some collaborations. Does that mean you'll do cosplay collaborations?
Like some collaborations, I have right now some offers from some shops and
Ah. Mm-hmm.
um, from conventions as well. But I do cosplay collaborations, but like if mostly with my friends.
Yeah, like in private cosplay
Um,
groups. Yeah.
yeah, like because I know the people, I know they're reliable, I know yeah, like I know a lot of things of them. Um, and I have some kind of plans with Liui and Angie, and with
Mm.
other cosplayers. But yeah, we will see next year. And but it's not something like a super big project. It's like mm, when we meet each other, or maybe I will visit Hungary as well, or they will visit Germany, and then we doing some photo shoots. But it's not like this big project in 2019.
Mm.
Yeah,
And there's also a shout out to Saria Cosplay. Yeah, we are looking forward if you can come back to us next year. Hope you do so, and I'm very glad you enjoyed yourself this year. Oh, sorry about my cat coming. uh, he was sleeping now until now, but now he's a bit more active and wants to get some cuddles, and you can't leave out your cuddles for your cat. um, yeah, I also want to get back to something. Um, do you think boys or guys do have it a bit more difficult nowadays in the cosplay community? I mean, it has always been, yeah, more female dominated. What I personally found was very nice because it made the cosplay the atmosphere of the cosplay community always very chill or very nice. Not very like macho culture, but more like um, inclusive culture, which I appreciated a lot. But do you think nowadays it's due to the competition, it's a bit more difficult to male cosplayers, or I don't show you, but
I think I need to say I think today it's more easier to get to the cosplay community as a male cosplayer
mm-hmm.
because like I said, now we have form and all of these cool stuff, and I know a lot of male cosplayer who are excellent crafters,
Mm-hmm.
and so you can have like if you have a good cosplay, it's always easier to get to know some people. Like you can, there are some people coming to you and saying, "Hey, your cosplay is amazing. How did you make that and that?" Like I think it's more easier, and I never had somebody who's like, "You're a male cosplayer, you should stay out of this group or community." I never heard something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think it's like it's not it's more complicated because all of the makeup, and it's more easier to women because they probably do makeup every day.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, we also have to learn it most of the time as guys. That's right.
yeah, like it's like I think you have to fight with more social. I don't know.
Like pressure
For
or
yeah, Vorteile.
advantages. No, don't bite.
Nicht Vorteile, sondern Vorteile.
Prejudices.
Prejudices, yeah. So you have like, yeah, okay, a guy can't do your makeup, the whole masculine stuff. Like, I think that's so many guys are like a very bit shy to put on makeup and everything.
Yeah,
So I
yeah, but
think
it's part of the
that,
cosplay, so it's very important to.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I had some people at the convention who looked their cosplay looked so great, but they didn't put on any makeup and didn't the wig probably.
Yeah.
So I was so sad because they were like, especially about the makeup part, they were like, yeah, I was too like male cosplayers. I was too shy, or I couldn't do this, etc. And I was like very sad because the whole costume looked amazing,
Yeah, yeah.
but like the face is one of the
The
most
important part. Yeah.
recognizable parts at the costume as
Hmm.
well. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Um, did you get any support like from your surroundings, like your friends or family when you started cosplay, or was it more skeptical, like why are you dressing up or anything like that?
I think my family is still like, why you do this? But I think my mom is now she's kind of proud because like
You have
when I
something to
tell
show
her,
for, after all, right?
yeah, and she's like, okay, you get invited to countries, and she's like, I see cosplay did a lot of good things to your to my self confidence and being more being more happy with myself and starting sports, etc. So I think she's supporting me. She always supported me. She just was like kind of skeptical, like, okay, why you do this? You need to do this. This is like she was. This is kind of weird, but like you're my son, I support you.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's the
and
thing.
my
Yeah.
I keep that private from my family, like because I like to separate my cosplay life with my daily life. Like most of the time, like now my whole family knows that I'm a cosplayer, but it's not like I think it's important to have this special line between your private life and your cosplay life. Like for my work, I'm not I don't want to be when you Google my name, my full
Mm,
name,
mm.
I don't want to see any cosplay pics of mine because like it's still a thing in our social system that is like has not the best yeah who's not the best thing who some companies will thinking okay this is weird so I don't want to interrupt more my work life than my private life with cosplay
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah
yeah. I can
and I yeah
see why, because yeah, for many years I also kept it very separate. Nowadays, as yeah, kind of documents all over my
yeah
life, it doesn't
that's
make
yeah
too
yeah
much sense to
it's your
separate
job
it. But yeah, as I come from like you're a programmer, I come from real estate, like a very conservative branch to work in. So yeah, totally get it. That, why you and also many others try to separate it, and I'm happy though that it got more positive vibes by now, and that
yes
it's more accepted. And a couple of years ago already, that was very different, very different.
yes yes
Uh, I also got some questions. Also talking quite similar about this to the aspect of bullying. What do you think about cosplayers who, yeah, talk down beginners instead of helping them? Lucy seems to have encountered these kind of cosplayers as well, and she doesn't know how to react when something like this happens. Did did you have any
like
experience?
this is to be honest like I'm sorry but this is completely bullshit because like you can find some pictures of me I think when I don't know if they're always like I posted them some years ago but I deleted them but I think you can still find them over Google or something like that I wear a cosplay in 2013 without a wig and without makeup and I looked so bad and like everybody is a beginner at some time if like nobody started and was like
Yeah,
Kamui or liking
absolutely,
cosplay and can do
absolutely.
everything right. Like I think every cosplayer has a pick without a proper wig and makeup or a bad costume with bad sewing skills. Like we all start at some point, so like we all involve. It took me 4 years to get really better with cosplay, so I can understand these people. Like if people are nice to me at a convention and I don't care if they're like super professional or they're like beginners or they have 200,000 likes or 10 likes, I don't care because like you start with something if it makes you happy, that's the most important thing for
Yeah,
yourself.
absolutely. I mean, cosplay is a hobby which is has always been very inclusive, and I'm sad to hear that some folks, yeah, kind of ignore that, because I mean, when I came into the cosplay community, like 80% of the people involved there were already victim to bullying at some point in their lives,
Yeah.
especially at school or whatever. That's why they kind of socialized in the cosplay community and found actually people they could relate to. So it's weird when nowadays people start bullying others over cosplay, or not bullying in this regard, but talking down someone. I mean, again, you start out at some point, and it's not like you can become perfect in every aspect of the cosplay
Yeah.
things in an instant. There's so many skills to learn:
Yeah.
wig styling, crafting,
Makeup, sewing, yes.
sewing, makeup skills. It's like, come on. And some people take years for it, but it's normal because it's a skill you have to learn in every single aspect of it. So yeah, so yeah, as certified peer says, black sheeps are everywhere at some point, but don't get yourself discouraged from those people. There are so many more great ones who will support and help you out, and just keep on looking, and I'm pretty sure you find good cosplay friends who will help you on improving.
Yes.
Mm. An official Setsuno asked if you are going to cosplay your Shiro cosplay from K Project again.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just making like Instagram stories so that more people can join. Like they think they were online. Yes, I want to do him again. I was not so satisfied with my cosplay last year, so I need to redo some things. But I really want to do him again because I never shoot him,
Mhm.
and I think I want to do this. Yes.
Ah, yeah. So he will do it again. Also, what were some like very special encounters you did in while being in the cosplay scene? Did you have any like very memorable events?
I need to say I get to know some people who are like really close to me now, and I think now I'm thinking about the. I think I'm not a friend of going home after convention, like going straight home or straight to your hotel. I would love to have dinner with my friends or going maybe to a party or something like that because like we have always memorable times together. So I think I'm a huge fan of not stopping after the convention and having more time together with people you don't see that often. So I don't know, like I said it before, the one with the little kid who was so happy to see my cosplay. I think that's a really precious memory of mine. And I think I meet a lot of my adults like Liwi, Gehe, Angie. That are super sweet memories to me. And um, I think every con has something to think about. So I have a lot of great memories in the last 4 years. So I think so many things.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that because there's a saying like in the diver community, every dive is a memory, and I think that the same counts for conventions. No matter to which convention you go, you will go home with some very remarkable memories. Either you met new
Yes.
friends, or you had some very funny stuff going on, or met some very strange people. That's just part of the whole experience, and also some point I liked about it. Especially, I mean, you cosplay Janoir as well.
Yes.
I did as well, and I've met like two like Twin Fools or Louis or Gehe, uh, quite a few other Chat Noir cosplayers, and I think like every one of us like had at least one very weird or funny situation cosplaying Chat Noir, especially. For me, it was a very nice memory to get recognized by a little girl, and she was like very shy, coming forward, and it's like my lady, and she was really happy. It was
Yes.
that was amazing. So that's also a reason why cosplaying is actually so much fun. It's not something you can really explain to someone on the outside, I guess,
Yes.
but the experiences you do and the smiles you actually um, uh, bring to people and the good ones, that's amazing, and not so much else. Or I don't know any other hobbies where it occurs that often and that
Yes.
lovely. And official Setzer says, our Neko would like to meet you when you cosplay Shiro again. I'll be there as Yatta if she says hi. Nice.
Yeah, sure. Like, and I'm always happy to see cosplayer from the same anime and say hi and take a selfie, etc.
Hmm. And Sakura Bloom is asking, how do you feel about fan designs about characters you really like alternate versions?
I need to read it.
Like, do you prefer more the original
I
designs
think
or?
I think it really depends. Like, I need to say honestly, I'm not a fan of showing shy characters up in a very super sexy way,
Ah,
just in
okay, yeah.
underwear or something like that. But like when it comes to fan arts, it's always a great idea. Like I think as long as you put effort and love in the cosplay, it's worth it. Like um, I did. I need to think about it if I ever did a fan version of
Yeah.
cosplay.
I think it's also about because she alters her cosplays mostly from the original design a bit to fit to her needs. I think that's okay. I mean,
Yeah,
it depends.
I think it's completely okay. I just need to check if I have
Yeah.
done one myself. I think I already stick very close to the original design, but it's personal preference. There are a lot of people who are doing. I think her name is Hannah Alexander.
Hmm.
She did awesome fan art versions of characters who are so detailed. And when people do these versions, it's 90% it's more complicated to do the original character design, and I think it's completely okay. Like everybody should do what they want. Like
Hmm. So
I think there's a huge difference between okay, I don't like this style of cosplay, and but still I accept, and I think everybody should do what they want. Like it's
yeah.
a super complicated theme.
Yeah,
Like
it's
topic.
it's really, I mean, I do agree on Satisfies P, like so many of those swimsuit versions out there which are sometimes even very unfitting to the character. Then
Yeah,
again, if you really it really depends, I think, on the intention. If you like do it, if I like show more skin, I get more likes, then it's something I would also despise because it's not about cosplay, it's about the fame aspect. But if it's
yeah,
like, oh my god, that's a cute character, it would really suit this kind of like school uniform or swimsuit version, and I like it because, or I do it because I would like to present this character that way. Then it's alright, and I think you can very easily tell which kind of intention is behind it, on depending on how the picture is being presented. So this is uh, this is absolutely possible. Um, oh, and Saria Cosplay wants to really meet you again. She met you at RPC this year, so very nice.
thank you so much. I really hope to see you again soon, and hopefully next year. I think because if you don't join Vienna Comic Con.
Yeah, I mean, there's still DoKomi, for example, or which other cons do you already have planned for next year?
I was thinking about like I think the German the ones in Frankfurt like Cosday and FB like Frankfurt Book Fair.
Mm-hmm.
DoKomi of course.
Yay.
Um, I think maybe Animagic. Um, maybe it's not RPC is now I don't know, it's a new convention that mixed
Ah,
up with
right.
some like
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it. Maybe
It's, I think, Comic
games
Con Experience something. It's the
something
same
like this.
date
Yes.
of Comic Con Stuttgart. Who smoked a joint when they decided to
Like
do
what the
this?
fuck?
It's well, okay.
It's so
It's
weird.
like typical Comic Con stuff, like always against
Yeah.
each other. I
Yeah.
don't understand it. It's so different in the anime community scene. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Comic Con experience. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Gamescom maybe. Everybody has a lot like Dokumi, Konichi, and the one in Frankfurt are definitely planned. But the other have like I need to see maybe there are some other international convention or I have a lot of to do with my job, so I will see. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there have been many conventions coming up over the I think especially in this year, in the last
Yeah.
2 years. Um, how has that affected you as a cosplayer? And I mean, back in the days, it was like you go there's 3 conventions and you go to those 3 conventions because that's what you do. Nowadays, you have so much choice there. Um, what makes you decide for actually going to a convention nowadays?
I think at one point it's the cosplay guests because like you have the chance to meet somebody like you follow for a long time, you admire them. But I think it prefer on the people who go there as well because I had some conventions this year without my friends and they were like not that good because like I'm used to have fun with my group after the convention, and if they're not around, sometimes it's not that good. Like for international cons, I know people in the country, and so I see them maybe 1 or 2 times a year, so I can hang out with them. But for German cons, when I go there, like when they're not is my group of friends, and I just see people again who I see like in 1 month again, so it's not really worth it for me. But yeah, but the program, the cosplay guests, the maybe when it's an awesome location, like it's not a convention, but Pixelmania was like for photos, then it's another reason to go there.
Mm. Yeah, that's also something I personally notice. It's I mean you mostly go there when your friends go there somehow, or if
Yes,
there's like something different about it. If it's like the same convention stuff that everyone does, kind of, it's not that interesting.
it's
Yeah,
not worth it because like I'm switched from sleeping on a couch of somebody who I know in the city to mostly to hotels
yeah,
because I don't know, I get more comfortable with hotels because I don't know, like I have more room for myself and maybe can relax a little bit more. So but that's already something that costs money. So yeah,
yeah,
it's always complicated.
yeah. I mean because
A convention can be
yeah,
a
I mean
convention can be really sorry expensive.
yeah, absolutely. Especially if there are many and if it's far away, and you always have to
Yes,
get hotel rooms and whatever. So yeah, with so many conventions now coming up, you really have to decide where you want to go. And for me as well, I mean, I want to see all of them because I'm personally interested. But man, if there's like in times there's like 1 convention per week, or sometimes even 2 on the same date, yeah, you can visit all of them like you used to, for example. And yeah, so that's different than it used to be. Are there like any other big differences you noticed from back then and to in comparison to now?
from the quality of conventions.
Yeah, for example.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, I think a lot of like DoKomi is 6 years ago and now like you said, like as the community gets more professional, the convention does. So some more conventions trying to invite guests from overseas or from Japan or so I think we all like some conventions got to really like DoKomi Expo, like to more
Mhm.
international because
Mhm.
we all have now social media and can connect more. I think they got a lot of new, more connecting part to the conventions. I think some conventions really raised their quality into the last years,
Mhm.
but um, yeah, like the whole community
Yeah.
has increased with photographer skills, cosplayers, etc.
Yeah. I also think that's actually very essential to the convention community because if conventions don't invent themselves like every single year from you, it
Yeah,
would really get boring, especially because there's
yes,
so many conventions and more and more of them go into trade fair halls, which ma- makes them like it could the danger is that they would be always kind of the same for the feeling here, and this would
yes,
be really problematic. That's why we always want to get something new into it because we don't want to get people tired of our dokumi, and hence, yeah, I think it's very important to always do something new, do
Improve.
something
Yes.
fresh, and stay also of course up to date because the times are changing so incredibly fast right now. What's interesting now or could be completely different next year already, and so and some trends are catching up very quickly. I think even uh, in Japan as well. Like Vocaloid used to be a very big thing. Now it's going a bit down a bit, which find really sad. But
Yeah.
it's just not as big as it used to be. And then again, of course, yeah, the phenomenon Matsumiku. As much as I personally like it, um, might have gotten old a bit over the time. But new things are coming then again, like new artists, new trends. We always have to stay up to date with that.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
Official Cessna asked, I've been to Animaku this weekend, coming all the way to Berlin from Austria. Oh, to meet up with my friend Reika. Have you met Reika so far?
I think I meet her. I think she was in DoKomi
Hmm.
at 2014. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
2014. I just saw her. Like, I didn't know her cosplays that well back in these days, so I just saw her from right away.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
okay,
absolutely. Does he think she's quite amazing because the quality
yeah,
of her cosplays is
yes, yes,
awesome, and she's uh yeah very keen on the detail. Also when it comes to interacting with people, she's very considerate in many regards. She knows what she wants, but always for me always in a good way.
yes.
And I like working with her. So maybe I wanna see her Dokumi again one time. Not sure. It depends on what our plans are, what her plans are. We haven't actually decided on what kind of cosplay guests we will invite for next year yet. We'll do it probably in the next few weeks, and then hopefully also soon announce what we are going to improve and change for next year to include more or support more our local cosplay base. Oh, I might already say too much. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll announce it. We'll announce it sometime. And also another question: how do you choose your future cosplays? Do you follow a trend like Boku no Hero Academia, or do you choose it because you like a certain cosplay or certain design?
Like I'm really a person who cosplay what she wants. Like not do not following any trends because like there's this big Voltron trend, but I don't like the animation style of as well as an example. So I didn't watch it, so I would never cosplay something from it. Like
Mhm.
it's not my stuff. But Boku no Hero it really catched me, and you need to think about it. There's all because a show is hyped because most of the time the show is great. So it's not like I don't like when people say you just cosplaying trend cosplays. Like if you like it, you can cosplay it. Like there's nothing like, but yeah. So I love Boku no Hero. I really love the anime. I love the animation. I love the manga. So I really want to cosplay more characters from it. Like I cosplayed Deku Bakugo. But I want to cosplay Todoroki as well, and maybe Kirishima because like I love them and I really love the character design. So yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but future cosplay plans, like I said, some things like Tome from Kami-sama, or I already forgot Fate, and some other cosplays. Like I think there will be more Boku no Hero stuff, but
Mhm.
also other cosplays. Like I want to cosplay Air Gear, and it's like so out of date. It's so unknown these days
Mhm.
because nobody knows
Yeah.
Air Gear. Like only some people who have been long in the cosplay community.
Pepperidge Farm remembers Ergier.
So and I will cosplay this in 2019 because I want to cosplay what I want and not because I get more attention with these cosplays. So I
So
think.
no swimsuit cosplays. Yeah. So is there, for example, something you would really not like to cosplay, or like, for example, if you have shooting suggestions, are there some things you just would never do or would not like to do? Difficult question, I know, but
Yeah,
that's something.
I never like I think I would never do like a hard yaoi shooting or something
Mm,
like this
mm,
because like it's not my style. Like we like some of my friends and me always joking around with shootings, but I would never do like really proper yaoi shooting because it's not my style. Like
mm.
I like to. It's not a problem for me to be shirtless in cosplay, but like yaoi shooting would be like
Crossing the line
gosh,
a bit.
crossing the line a bit. Like I or yeah, like shipping to not the not the male characters, but like shooting a pairing who's not fitting together. Like I don't know, Kingdom Hearts, Sora, and I don't know, some of the villains. Like
Mm.
and then making a sexy shooting out of it. Like it doesn't fit into the story. Something like this.
Like
Yeah, I'll
what's
make.
the cat antagonist again called? Is this like the fat cat of ah
Um, yeah, I know what you mean, but I
yeah.
don't.
Oh, I really
Yeah,
can't
something like
remember
this.
how it was called. Carlo. What was it, Carlo? Like this would be
I think,
very weird,
yeah,
and I'm sure
yeah,
there's like
something like
fan art
this.
about it. But yeah, I can see I can see. But it's also why I'm asking this because some people like um shoot stuff or even like not offensive but like risky stuff for a bit of attention and again not sure if I like that because again if you do pairing because you like it and you can do whatever you want but
Yes,
if you get the notion that okay you do it because that's popular right now even though wouldn't you actually wouldn't like it then yeah that's a bit
yeah,
bugging. Pete in English. I didn't know that. Okay. It's Pete in English.
yeah,
Cat
calendar.
Pete.
Yeah,
Pete
yeah,
the
yeah,
cat.
yeah.
And have you seen Bongo Stray Dogs?
I think no, I think I just started the first episode, but I not quit because I didn't like it, but I think like something other can be in my mind, and I just
Mm?
closed the episode and never started it again. And then weeks later, I was like, okay, yeah, I have some new stuff to do, but I really want to watch it one day because
Okay.
I see a lot of cosplays from this.
Yeah, I absolutely can recommend it. But I only read the manga so far. I've
Okay,
only watched this also think one or two episodes from the anime, but the manga is actually quite entertaining. So I can.
okay,
One guy did like, they have like very weird quirks there. Like one
okay,
guy shoots lemon bombs, like lemons. They're actually bombs, and his
okay.
quirk is that he cannot get hurt from lemon bombs. That's actually it's not like that he makes the bombs some magical way, but because he just can't get hurt by them. Okay, that's weird. But
Why not? Why not? It
yeah,
can be
why not?
helpful one day.
Yeah, some fun stuff is in there. Um, yeah. Are there any more questions from the chat right now? Is there like anything you'd like to ask? Because I'm
I think we forget to mention. So, what is your rising sign?
ah
I
r-
don't know what I googled it. Like it, I don't
rising
know.
sign. Ah,
Zodiac
okay.
calendar.
Your Sternzeichen wahrscheinlich. Äh,
Like because okay.
when were you
My
born?
like yes, I know. It's Gemini. Like
Skimini.
this.
Hmm.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
so you're actually wearing a chain from it as well. Ah,
Yeah.
that's cool. So even very personal question, but even that's something that you answered. Cool. And do you have any long-term goals when it comes to cosplay? Like, do you have like a something you really want to reach at one point?
Like I think that would be my like. I never want to make my job out of cosplay
Mm-hmm.
because I like my job and I'm good at my job and I really like my regular job as a programmer. But it would be super cool. Like this is like the the final aspect, if I could do cosplays and getting like the money back from prints and maybe from sponsorships, like the hobby pays itself.
Ah, okay,
That
yeah,
would be like my biggest goal, because like I don't want to make money out of cosplay. Like I
yeah. But make it
yeah.
easier because it's hands down, it's an expensive hobby. It's a very
Yes,
expensive
it's
hobby.
super expensive. Like I want to cut back because it's so expensive already,
Yeah.
and I could get so much stuff from this money.
Mhm.
Um, so that's one thing, but I think like I really want to visit more countries and seeing a lot of people, and just I want to travel a lot. Like I hate flying because like I'm super scared
Oh,
of it.
really? Oh
But
God,
yes,
that's a
yes.
shame.
I don't need any pills or something like that, but I'm like uncomfortable with it.
Okay.
I fly to Japan back 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and it was like I think 11 hours or something like that,
Okay.
and it
That
was uncomfortable to me, or
really
yeah, like
okay. With
yeah, like I'm
which
not
airline did you fly, Anna? Or wait, you're located in Frankfurt, so like you have many direct
like
flights.
yeah, we have direct flights, but back in this time I was flying from Düsseldorf to Rome and from Rome to Japan,
Okay.
because it was like more easier
Okay. Okay.
for the people in Düsseldorf, because it's
Ah, because
if you
you
fly
went
to
with a
Rome
group.
or to
Okay.
Frankfurt, it's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can see. I
Um,
see.
and I think it was cheaper or something like that. Um, yeah, but like I really want to travel more, because I want to see different countries. I want to see different kind of peoples, etc. And that's one of my ideas next year is to join a Shaolin temple for 1 or 2 weeks,
Oh,
because
nice.
like I want to see new aspects, like how do they live, what do they do, like it's not because like they have a really cool sport aspect like as Shaolin there, but that's not my main reason. I just want to experience new things, because I think 10 years later I can't do these things, because maybe because of a family or something like that, and so why not now?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Makes sense to use your younger years to
Yes,
experience some stuff that might be difficult later on. Yeah.
yes,
You never know what's coming up. Sickness, family,
yes,
job
yes,
change, very stressful,
yes.
more responsibility. Yeah, it's a good thing and also very interesting one. Uh, yeah, I mean, just recently did the Costa Rica trip and volunteered in a enemy refugee center, rescue center,
Yeah,
um, and that was very amazing experience. And so yeah, if you want to go to the Shaolin Temple to bring some memory into your heart that
yeah.
will stay with you for the rest of your life, that's absolutely worth it. Absolutely. Um, yeah, but it's also nice to see that you have like some goals when it comes to cosplay. And I think it's a very honorable one because yeah, it's an expensive hobby. But if people like solely focus on I want to get rich and famous, and
No, no.
let me tell you, you won't get rich to cosplay. That's like such a miss, and I don't even
like
know where it's coming from because every cosplayer knows it's not true.
and it's always has positive but negative aspects. Like
Yeah.
when we take some people who are really famous cosplayers and travel a lot, you're not like it's the same when you're like a consultant for some specific software. You need to travel a lot, and you can earn a lot of money. That's I think that's not the point, but you're never home. You can't build a family with that when you on 40 conventions over the year, and you're nearly every weekend you're not there. And when you're home, you need to craft cosplays, or you need the company to craft cosplays, so you're the boss, and you need to pay and the whole final stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not that easy. It's
Yeah.
not like all of these influencers or something like that, like normal influencers or sport influencers, they all need a backup plan. Like
Yeah.
if you just if you like, it's the same with Patreon.
Hmm.
No matter if you're doing art stuff or sexy stuff, if you don't have a backup plan, it's just
Yeah.
dumb. It's just
It's
like you can ruin your life with that.
absolutely, and especially with all those like sexy stuff coming up, I am. I wonder what. I mean, people do know they age. I mean, how long do
Yeah,
you think this will go on? I mean, it's like a more controversial topic, but I mean, come on, if you're like in the end of your 20s or so,
Yes,
how many years do you think this will
you
work
can do
out?
this.
Or when you can online, you get replaced so easily. That's why all the YouTube people, they have so much pressure right now because
Yes,
they have to be constant, sorry, shitting out videos one after another. Doesn't matter what the quality is, and most of the good
yes,
ones they want to have quality videos, but um, they have to stay relevant. So at least have to do it a few times a week, like at best one video per day, to
yes.
stay and focus and to grow your channel. That's tough, and you don't know if it actually will work out. Then if Google changed their payment methods, like they did this, like
Yes.
apocalypse was a thing, because they just changed the rules, and you like have a family and you live from it, and then they cut your revenue. Yeah, well, what do you do then? Yeah, that's
I,
tough. That's really tough. Huh?
like the most YouTubers have like another job or another promotion with something like they never you can't like YouTube could be in 1 or 2 years, maybe if there's a new platform who comes up who have not
Yeah,
this lot of advertisement or something like that and who's better, then
yeah,
people will change. And no, you know, I know some like I know from interviews or something that no famous YouTuber or nearly no famous YouTuber have only YouTube as their income,
yeah.
because like Julian Bam, he have his school, his dance school in Cologne. Um, so you need something. That's the same with Patreon,
Yeah.
because like you need to like I know some people in Germany who earning a lot of stuff, who earning a lot of money with Patreon, but they need to think about if you quit your job, you need to earn enough. You need to like I don't know if you um creating a small company. I don't know, klein Gewerbe.
Yeah, yeah. So small
As a
company.
small
Yeah,
company
yeah.
for your Patreon, and you didn't pay your rent or something like this. Your yeah,
Taxes,
also
for example.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes, yeah, your
taxes are like the
taxes.
most important thing, and especially social security stuff here. If you don't do that from the beginning and they catch you, goodbye. Really, it's
Yes,
this
yes,
is like the worst thing you can that can happen to you, and you might the fun, or not fun thing, but the thing is, um, doesn't really matter how much money you earned. Especially
yes.
the more money you earned, the more you're owing to state at some point. The more you can get. That's tough stuff. So you have to be careful when it comes to that. If you want to earn money with that, and yeah, you have to do this properly. Otherwise, yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. I think that's the one thing many people think is like, oh, putting some pictures on Instagram, which I do anyway, or whatever. It's fun, and you get some very positive vibes, which most of our um, generation are kind of addicted to anyway. I mean, who doesn't like getting like positive vibes from your social media pages or accounts? But it's actually a lot more behind that than just posting some pretty images, and yeah. And also, sorry, I didn't want to cut you out the question that has been in the chat for quite some time by Sakura Bloom. Um, what can you describe as the rudest action that a fan or someone in cosplay would do to you? Like
Like
glomping.
n- 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 to be honest, like there was a person who was going to me at the convention and was like, okay, like she was more bekannter,
More famous or well known, yeah, yeah. She was well known.
more like, and she was not a friend of mine, and she was like, oh, this part on your costume is looking bad, this part is bad, your wig looks not like the reference, like this and this and this, and
Okay.
this was the, and I think like it's okay. I can go on with criticism, but like not if you're coming to me. And to be honest, it was like she was not the best cosplayer. So like she was not like if somebody like I need to say like Angie or something who has like super good skills. Even when she would come to me and say this in this rude language to me, like this is bad, this is bad. Like if somebody come to me and have a normal talk with me, and then she's come up with, hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why did you this in this way, like asking first, and then you could maybe change some things here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's completely different, but the language was like so rude, and she did this a lot of to my friends, and
Ah,
I'm a
okay.
person when it's me, then it's okay for me because like I'm like, okay, I don't know you, I don't care, but when somebody doing this to my close friends, I'm like, okay, please shut your mouth about like judging other people in cosplay.
Yeah,
So and in this rude way. But
yeah.
a fan, like I like when people ask me if they can hug me or if they can yeah, like I think you should already ask for permission for photos, for like touching or hugs. You should always ask for permission. I had some people who hugged me like there were some people who were running at me and were hugging me, and this was like really uncomfortable to me because like when somebody is running at you and
Mm-hmm.
like I like to have my personal space and I have no problems with hugging people, but like this was too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, or when somebody was like touching my belly or something like this or my abs, like so this was like, and I'm a person who say that like okay, please don't do this because like I don't like this, but like this was only like 1 or 2 years ago, and I don't know I don't like when fans write you and they're like, okay, could you please um like when they forcing their personal opinion to you
Mm, mm,
about certain people or something like that because I'm
mm.
making out my own mind. When somebody said this person is bad, like I want to get to know this
Yeah,
person. Maybe like every story has two sides, so
yeah, yeah. So you
if
don't like
somebody
the
is
gossip
posting
stuff
their
there. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Which, well, it
yes,
happens in the cosplay community. We all know that.
yes, yeah, like
But
we all
yeah.
humans, everybody, like we was lästern.
Mm. What?
Was heißt lästern?
Um, yeah, gossiping, like to
We
gossip.
all gossip sometimes. Everybody, like it's normal, it's human. But if you like, I can exclude myself from that because it would be a whole lie if I say I'm always positive to everybody. Like I have
Yeah.
some people I don't like, and I gossip sometimes. We all do, and it's not a bad thing if you don't cross the line or insulting these people or doing something like this. Because like I don't like when people say, "Yeah, I'm so perfect and I have not a problem with anybody and I never gossip." I like we're all humans. We
Mm,
all make mistakes.
mm, mm.
So
Yeah, it's always the measurement makes it kind of
yeah,
whether it's too much or even when people come and um, hug you or whatever. It's just the if they asked before, that's alright. And also if they criticize if they do it um, in a way where you see okay their intention is actually to help you, then of course you wouldn't take it personally or in a way. But if you get the intention, and I mean, you usually can read people to a certain point if they just try to insult you for some reason. Then of course that's just not a nice thing to
yes,
do. Yeah.
that's not that's crossed the line. Like I mean, and in personal, like it's like what's my problem sometimes with the cosplay community? Like everybody is like super nice when you meet them, but saying bad things beside your back. And I
Mm, mm,
think, like, just be honest. When I don't like a person, I don't say hi at a convention to them. Like it's so like you can be normal and saying hi, but never do like your best friends at the convention and then talking bad behind their backs because like it's I it's a complicated to say because like if somebody is posting a picture in a group and she's doing a character who's not fit there and she's not fitting her with the makeup or the wig or something like that, and I think that the community is like, okay, we can't say a bad thing about her,
mm.
but I think that's like if you're posting it in a group in a public group, you
Mm.
need to get ready for some criticism
Yeah, it's
criticism
the internet after
from people
all. I mean,
and sometimes these people are get like like when they say okay you could improve this or the maybe the makeup that doesn't fit the character, they're like they will get blocked or something like that, and I
mm,
didn't
mm.
understand like
Yeah, yeah. That's indeed something I also witnessed a few times when people didn't seem to understand if you post something in for example, a Facebook group, it's like holding it out of your window and screaming. It's like, or putting a public space, or at least in a let's say if it's not on your timeline or like on a or at least in a closed group, it's still within a big room. And
Yeah.
the thing is, yeah, criticism can come. I mean, it's good if it comes in a nice way. I mean, some people also
Yes.
overdo
Yes.
it and start flaming. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Yes.
But if you are not prepared for that, then better not post yet, or at least might become an unpleasant experience, because well, that's part of the internet. At least on Facebook and co, or social media, most of the times, at least people have a name behind it, so they might hold back a bit. But if it's like, especially on an anonymous image board or something like that, people can get really nasty very quickly. So better
I
watch out
don't
for that. Yeah.
I don't like this whole what is internet nowadays all about, like being um being super perfect. I saw this a lot in the cosplay community, but also in the like I'm a little bit more into the sports community. Like we are all perfect. We all can like when I meet example from the sports community, we all can keep up with this super strict diet over a month and all is perfect, and everybody who really dieting hard was like, this is crap, you don't like it, your body doesn't like it. And so many of these people have eating disorder or something
Mm-hmm.
like this, the famous bodybuilder or something like that, and they're all doing like they're super perfect, and it's so easy to keep up the diet and everything, but it's so much effort behind it, and it's not, we are all not perfect. And this is also the cosplay community. That's why I'm saying I don't get well along with everybody, and it's normal to gossip sometimes, because like if somebody says they never gossip about anybody, like it's a lie. Like
Yeah, yeah.
so, but it's not if you don't insult these people or being like saying lies about them or something like that. If you like I see gossip as, hey, okay, I don't like this person because of this or this. Hey, yes, I don't like this person too because of this and this. And it's only just updating about you know what I mean?
Something
Like
that's happened. Okay. Yeah, yeah,
just talking, yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. But of course, you're not like
you're not
going
like,
to.
oh no, she's doing this, she's
Yeah, yeah,
such a
yeah. Should
blah
never
like
never
this.
spread something untrue or anything like that. So,
Yes,
and of course, there's always makes sense to make yourself a picture of a person, and
yes,
to uh, ask yourself whether the information you get is true or not, or especially if the information makes sense. As so much like false and weird information coming up on conventions, when like usually when DoKomi finishes, I hear so many weird stories of people who
yes,
heard like something that like can't be true. You know, it can't be true. It's not even possible. And it's like, but I heard it. Like, no, they call it like Flurfunk, like
yes,
stuff that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
gets spread around and mixed up, or gets um, fired up for no actual reason. But that's just something that happens sometimes. It's maybe
And
human,
it's
I guess.
like, and there's something, there's a difference between just like gossip a little bit and being like how should I say this, like still, if somebody gossip about a person, I just still might make my own decision how do I treat this person. Like if this person did something personal to me, like I don't treat them bad or something like that. If somebody say, hey, this person did this and this, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you told me the story, but I will get to know this person. If I like this person, then I still like this person,
Yeah,
because I don't know their sides. Like we all should just be a little more open-minded and
yeah,
don't trust anything we hear, and hearing the other side, because like
yeah.
every metal has two
And
sides.
most
Yes.
people are actually really nice. It's just something I'm a bit wondering nowadays, especially in media, because everyone assumes like, oh, those people are all bad from some group, for example. And
Yes.
actually, most people are just good-hearted people or nice people. There are black sheep everywhere, sure, but there's always a
Yes.
tiny minority, and most people are really, really good people. And especially, that's the reason why I love the cosplay community so much, or the otaku community, because there are so many open-minded, genuinely friendly, and peaceful people just grouping up together. That's amazing. That's just a lovely community to be in, and yeah, just it makes sense to not get some little bit of gossip, get yourself distracted from actually what makes the community so amazing. Mm.
Yes,
And
definitely.
also, there's another question from Sakura Bloom. Um, whether or not you sort of not like it when a person is too shy or insecure when it comes to cosplay, but I guess why would you not like it if someone is shy? I mean,
Like
that's
it's
nice.
not a problem. Like I'm really sad when some people came and writing me on social media after a convention. Like I saw you at this conventions and I couldn't speak to you, or
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like really sorry because I like to meet new people and saying hi, and I'm glad if I can make people happy. So
yeah. That's what conventions
like
are
I don't
for. Yeah,
yeah like sure like it always have like I never dislike a person just because she's shy. Like I have a lot of shy friends, so yeah.
yeah, yeah. Benny's also actually very shy, so and he's a very good person.
Yeah.
So no dislike. Yeah. So next plan, next convention for you will be Vienna Comic Con,
Yes.
and the cosplay plans are already fixed for that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Zora or Pronto on
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Decides if my partner can finish her cosplay. On Sunday, Star Guardian Ezreal with a group.
Yeah, nice, nice. Even though I don't play League of Legends myself, I like the designs sometimes of the from the heroes, or especially Ezreal. It's really, really a cutie. So, um,
Yes.
yeah, should maybe get more into this, but I don't think the game will ever catch me that way. I'm sorry. uh, cool.
Like I used to play it a lot more
Ah,
in the past, but now I don't play it. Like I played maybe in 2 weeks, like 3 games or something like that, because I don't have the time because I like story-based games, and Leech is you can play it for hours, and it can be toxic. So
yeah.
I only
I heard
play
about
like
that.
one or two games, and then I'm finished. And I think that it's cool because you have like 4 people to play with. Like I already have my fixed group, so I can play with them. But I don't play like ranked or playing alone because like I don't see any sense in that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so but you prefer like the story-based games like Kingdom
Yes,
Hearts, like
yes.
are you playing anything right now?
I'm
Lately?
playing. Oh God, I don't know. So when you don't know the name, Ocean, Star Ocean or something.
Chicken
Yeah,
Steam.
Star Ocean for PS4. It's like a Japanese RPG,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of good. I played like already 3 weeks, but like every day just 1 hour or less because like I don't have the time. Like because my main focus is more sports and watching Netflix or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I also do that a lot nowadays. So it's kind of I've never been much of a TV person for the past 15 years or so. I don't know, but maybe because I'm getting older, it's nice to actually just chill with the cats and watch or binge watch the series.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, the classical TV is not so much for me, but yeah, just kind of wasting my time and binge watching something. It's more interesting to me nowadays than it really used to be. But I'm getting old. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, like I'm the same. Like sometimes even after the gym, it's more relaxing to just watch a series and not actually playing it because you need to uh like have more focus, like not to die and everything.
Yeah, yeah, not today. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, we're now almost 2 hours in. I think slowly we can finish for tonight. Otherwise, if the chat has any big questions they want to get off their heart, now is a good time. Um, Yeah, but so far, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you.
It was a really pleasure to have you
Same
here.
here.
And also thank you for switching to English so spontaneously. I think it worked out very well.
Yeah, I think it was kind of good.
Yeah, so no worries there. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see you at DoKomi as well. Maybe also
Yes.
at some other convention. Before that, I really don't know what event I will be going next to. So yeah, and yeah, thank you so much also for everyone joining us tonight. Sending in too many questions. That was really a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. I
Yes.
like it.
Yes.
um,
Same here.
yeah, you will start streaming very soon, or soon as well
I
as.
hope. I hope.
Yeah, it's time consuming, but it's a lot of fun, and
Yes, I
um,
hope. I streamed like 1 or 2 months ago with a friend of mine, and it was so much fun because you have like your small community, and there you can interact more
yeah,
than on Instagram or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, and they can actually help you with the games, so they I get a lot of help
Yes.
with Nia from the chat, which is really amazing. Otherwise, I might have just run in circles for and died so many more times, and yeah. But yeah, looking forward to see you again soon.
Yes,
We
I hope
will
so.
definitely have those cosplay talks more and more. Or not only cosplay, but also like convention community talks very regularly. Like every Tuesday, we have a talk and podcast, and I'll also try to do it more on the Sundays. Either gaming, but also I really like what we did tonight.
Yes,
So
same.
yeah, we'll definitely do more of that. So have a good night, everyone, and yeah, see you again soon. See you next week, and have a splendid
See you.
Sunday evening. Bye.
Bye.